welcome to this week's Ghetto vlog. Now, the reason you've just seen me making space in here is the same reason that this big smile is etched on my face. It's finally Grail time. We're going to be getting the Grail this week on this vlog in this room. So I'm very, very excited about that. But before that, the postman's been, and there's something else that I've been eagerly anticipating. So let's take a look. So I've actually got quite a few parcels that I need to open, but we'll get to those later in the vlog because this needs opening. I know what this is, and this is tonight's entertainment. So this has come courtesy of my friend Montages on the Ghetto Gang Discord, and that is the brand new Mafia Old Country. Now, it's very few and far between I get excited for new releases these days, but as soon as I heard this one was getting released, I couldn't wait to play it. I played Mafia 2 last year, absolutely loved it, and this looks like, yeah, a return to form. Mafia 3 was a bit polarising, but this one, from what I hear, is fantastic. I don't know much about it. I think it's very story-driven, only that people enjoy it, and it's a relatively short game. I think Montage has got through this in like 12 hours, which is absolutely perfect for an old man like myself that doesn't have loads of time on his hands. So yeah, this has come at courtesy of the Ghetto Busters service that we do on the Discord, whereby basically people complete new games and then sort of lend them out to people that want to play them themselves, and then you just send them back to them. In my case, it's perfect for like PlayStation 5 titles that I want to play because I don't collect PlayStation 5. So yeah, it just saves me having to buy the game and then sort of losing money on it down the line by trading it back in or something once I finish with it. So massive shout out once again to Montages. Let's get this in the system and yeah, let's get this played.
You won't touch me.
Oh, well, this game just got better. There's a horse. Okay, so I've been playing for, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half. Just as you see, got through the prologue. So far, so good. As much as I'd love to play more, we have got to be up at the crack of dawn because we're heading out on a game hunt. So yeah, hopefully we'll get a chance to play a bit more of this on this vlog, but I'll see you in the morning.
Ghetto.
Okay, so myself and James are in Swindon. At this point, I'm not sure what you guys have already seen or what's been shown on a Wednesday video, what's on a vlog. I don't know. We've just been to McDonald's for a mango Sprite, which was decent.
Expensive.
And yeah, it was expensive. Neither of us have ever been to Taco Bell before. So
Experience in it.
let's give it a try. Well, my first Taco Bell experience was bloody lovely. $1.99, James. Having that. Okay, so when in Rome and all that, we are in Swindon, so we've got to check out Swindon CX. Let's go and take a look.
It's a decent CX, isn't it? Yeah. I've been impressed with Swindon all round, to be honest with you, mate.
Except for McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's a rip-off, man. Expensive.
It's down here.
Oh, that's the, yeah, see that quite often. I'd love to find the Resi 2 Steelbook sat in a CX. Sometimes people find them, don't they? One day. One day. Farming simulator. Grab that. Look at that bad boy. Hey? And normally I'm all in on cardboard, but do I need to spend 20 quid on Farming Simulator 19?
There might be a horse in it.
No, do you know why I'm not going to do it? Because they've given it the premium edition price. If that was Farming Simulator 19 price, this is where I'm at as a collector, I'd probably buy it. Yeah. But the fact that they're charging me extra for the cardboard.
You get 2 expansions and 8 DLCs.
They can give me 97 DLCs, mate. I'm not paying extra for it. Okay, we are back in the Midlands, the West Midlands to be exact. Hales Owen, you know what that means. Vintage gamer. It's James's second home, to be fair.
It is, yeah. Go down and have a nap.
Yeah, so let's go and see what's at James's house. You don't see that one very often, do you? Nice box as well. Back in the 3.0. Now, if you've seen Wednesday's video, you'll know why I was in Swindon. And if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. That Retro Games HQ is a phenomenal, phenomenal shop. I had a great time there and had some great pickups. But obviously, like I said in the footage, when you're somewhere you've never been before, you have to go and check out the local CX. And I was actually quite impressed. I thought the Swindon CX was a decent one. Big, there's decent stock in there. Yeah, not bad at all. And I think you'll have seen on the footage, I found a GameCube Player's Choice game, and that was Metroid Prime. This one's a 2002 action-adventure game developed by Retro Studios. It's the 5th mainline Metroid game, and it's the first to use 3D graphics and to do so in the first-person perspective. Metroid Prime marked the return of the series after an 8-year hiatus following 1994's classic Super Metroid. I'm going to be honest, I prefer my Metroid 2D, that's just me. I like 2D Metroid personally. But I do appreciate the advancement of the series and just how good this game was for its time. A certified classic. Electronic Gaming Monthly gave this 10 out of 10. IGN gave it 9.8 out of 10. And actually IGN went on to give the remaster of this a 10 out of 10. It's probably the remaster that you'll be seeing now in terms of footage. It's just a cleaner visual for you guys to see. And let's be honest, at this point, if you're going to play Metroid Prime, you might as well play the remaster on the Nintendo Switch. But yeah, very happy to be adding yet another GameCube Player's Choice to my collection. I think that takes me to 31, so we're now over halfway into this set. And sticking with GameCube Player's Choice, that takes me to Hales Owen. So on the way back, we popped into one of my favourite shops, Vintage Gamer. 3 Player's Choice games they had. Now, James had already been in there. Like I said in the footage, he lives in there, right? So he'd already picked these up for me, and this cost just £10 for the 3. So I'll pay £3.33 for a Player's Choice game all day long, even if it's just to have a spare case for my collection. But of the 3, 2 of them actually needed for my collection. And the first one is FIFA Football 2004. So I now have 2003 and 2004, but I think there's still two more. I think there's 05 and 06 still to go, but when I look at this, it just takes me back to when football was better, right? I don't care, young uns watching, football was better in my day, right? I know everyone says that about their generation, but look, Del Piero, Henry, Ronaldinho, they were the days, mate. They were the days. So yeah, that's that. And the other one that I needed was Medal of Honor Frontline. So that's now both Medal of Honor games that I needed for this set done. And then the final one, as I say, is a duplicate, but we're just gonna keep this for the box, and that is Pixar's Finding Nemo. Now, that takes me to Mega Drive, and I picked up a couple of nice Mega Drive games whilst I was at Vintage Gamer. This first one, I actually looked at Retro Games HQ, but I didn't end up buying it. But it's one that was hyped up to me by my friend Theo over at the Sheffield Gaming Market, and after he was telling me how good this game was, I looked at some of the footage and I thought, yeah, that game looks really good and I need this for my collection. I want to try this. This is likely to be post-credit gameplay, and that is Skitching. This one's a 1994 EA developed racing game. You control an inline skater who must win races in a tournament while engaging in armed and unarmed combat with other skaters, and also partake in skitching. Now, skitching is the act of clutching onto a moving vehicle to gain momentum as you travel. This one looks great. As I say, I looked at some of the footage on this. It almost looks like a more whimsical Road Rash. I might be way out on that, but I suppose they are both developed by EA. But yeah, definitely one that I'm looking forward to testing out, and one that I never would have thought to pick up based on the cover had it not been for Theo shouting out this one to me. So yeah, hopefully he's done me right there and we'll enjoy that one. And that takes me to this next Mega Drive game. I'd never seen this before. I thought at this point I'd seen all the Mega Drive games, but I've never noticed this one before, and maybe somewhat unsurprisingly, because this is somewhat uncommon. I had a look on CX. This one isn't available with manual, without manual, or mint, so you're not getting a box copy of this from there in any way, shape, or how. But yeah, the cover art called to me, and I was pleasantly surprised with the price. I think I paid like 20 quid, 25 quid. Shout out to Nick at Vintage Gamer, as always. But that is Mystic Defender. This one's a 1990 action run and gun game exclusively for the Mega Drive and Genesis. It's based on an anime, Peacock King, I think is the Western translation, and it's a sequel to Master System's Spellcaster. Now, it takes place in an alternate Japan. It's like a fantasy setting in which a sorcerer kidnaps a young woman he plans to sacrifice. You play as Joe Yamato, and basically it's your job to save her. I'm sort of paraphrasing there, but you get the idea, right? Save the young woman, damsel in distress. But I think looking at gameplay of this, you get like magical powers and stuff. Looks like a really interesting one. To be honest, that's another contender for post-credit gameplay. But I mean, the box art called to me. Look at it. Love that. It's just so Mega Drive. I don't think you can beat Mega Drive box art, I'm going to be honest. Whilst my heart is Super Nintendo, there's something about the Mega Drive box art. They just turned it up to 11, didn't they? And yeah, as you can see, all in here, all in decent condition. So yeah, as always, shout out to Vintage Gamer. It's very rare I leave there without something nice to add to the collection. And that takes me to James. So if you've been following along with the channel, you know you can't see James without him having a bag of goodies for you, and it's very difficult to pay him back. So I sort of engineered a way to pay James back. I actually forgot to show it, and I still haven't got it with me because I've left it in the car. But when I went to Retro Games HQ, I got a Resident Evil Village standee. It's one of them nice thinner ones. It's not like a big one, so I'm thinking I could potentially find room for it. But I kind of always knew in the back of my mind I was going to be giving it to James, so I'm going to pass on his kindness with that standee, and then it's his problem to try and fit it into his games room, which I know he's actively downsizing, but yeah, it's all part of the fun, right? So the first few things I got from James, these were actually car boot finds. He paid next to nothing for these, and it's not very often you find Nintendo cardboard at a car boot, let alone Super Nintendo cardboard. And nothing special, but I think some of these are going to be condition upgrades for me. Thing is, when I started collecting Super Nintendo, I had even lower standards than I've got now. So some of the real cheap stuff I bought dirt cheap. We're talking like £5 online when you could get SNES games for a £5, but all like battered. So some of these more filler titles are probably going to be condition upgrades for me. And that is, we've got Super International Cricket, Virtual Soccer, and Kevin Keegan's Player Manager. So yeah, shout out to him for that. I don't think I've ever found Super Nintendo cardboard at a car boot myself. Then we move on to some weird and wonderful stuff that he had for me. Now the first one is a 1997, I think. Yeah, Super Mario Bros. Egg Cup. Very random. I'll try and find room in here for that. It might be cool if I could like fit a little Mario figure in that and like he can be popping out of this little egg cup. Yeah, I'll try and find somewhere in here for that. That's cool. I like things like that. And these are very cool. So this was another charity shop find. The best video game artwork of all time. And I've had a quick flick through this and it's really nice, like really nice glossy paper with, as you would expect, fantastic artwork. So yeah, you guys will be seeing a bit of that on screen now. But this, I love this. This might be my favorite of everything that was in the bag he gave to me. A Nintendo game catalog. It's actually a funny story behind this. I'm surprised this is in good condition. He sent me footage of his Ring doorbell. And the guy delivering this, he literally folded it in half, shoved it in, and then he looked at the camera, froze, smiled, and then went about his business. But yeah, somehow it's still in decent condition, so that's good. But this is like, yeah, I'm going to look through this cover to cover. This is just stunning. This is a real nostalgia trip, this. So yeah, massive thank you for this, my friend. As always, it's always an absolute pleasure going out on a hunt with James. We have actually got something very special planned for soon. Keep it locked to the channel because myself and James are going, I'm not going to say where we're going, but it's going to be a good one, that's for sure. So yeah, all in all, with everything that I got from Retro Games HQ was a solid hunt. Yeah, some fantastic stuff. A lot of stuff I've got to find room for in here. If you saw Wednesday's video, you'll know that I discussed about doing a bit of fixing on some of the games I bought. So there's some Nintendo cardboard that needs a bit of work. There's the Tomb Raider statue that needs a bit of work. We're not going to have time to do it on this vlog, so we'll get to that next week. That's because it's Grail time. Let's get into this Grail, shall we? So I've been a long-term admirer of these things, but it was about 2 years ago now when I went on that road trip with Kev and Theo and Dan, and we went to Arcade Club in Leeds. And yeah, it was when I sampled these things in person that I really knew I had to have one. And that is a Sega Astro City cabinet. Now these are multi-purpose arcade cabinets. They were first introduced in 1993 as a successor to the Aero City cabinet. Now these were, and still are to some extent, commonplace in Japanese arcades, but they were very difficult, notoriously difficult to get a hold of here in the UK and in America. I don't think it's ever something we got like as an official thing. I think they've just been slowly shipped over here over the years. Now, I've been actively hunting one of these now for the last 2 years with very little success. Now, you do occasionally see these sell, normally in like really good condition. Everything's been done on them. They've been fully converted to the UK, all pristine, boards ready to go. And they sell for around £2,500 now, guys. You know I'm cheap. Yeah, I didn't want to be spending £2,500 on one of these. But it was a few weeks ago now, I was just sort of doom scrolling Facebook and I saw a for sale post from Doorway to Darkness advertising a plethora of games as they often do. And in the side of that was what looked like an Astro City arcade. So I immediately contacted them and yeah, I arranged to go and see one of these after the Sheffield Gaming Market.
Colours and all.
Colours are fire.
Good colours.
So as soon as I walked in, saw it, got hands on with it, saw it working, saw that beautiful CRT display, I knew I had to have this in my games room, but now was the not so easy task of managing to get it from Doncaster to here.
Retro Ghetto.
That's how fast we should be going. What's cracking, people? Theo Kane here from Slimehouse TV. I'm joined by Dave Blade, Dave the Blade, and currently we're heading to Doorway to Darkness in Doncaster to pick something up very special for Callum, aka Retro Ghetto. Now, I know that Callum's currently saving up for something. I can't say too much, so this has not really come at a good time. But every now and again, when you're a collector, you come across something and you've just got to drop the cash on it there and then, even if it's not a good time to be spending money. The thing that we're going to be picking up today, though, is one of Callum's holy grails. When I first met him and I asked him as a collector, like, what's the white whale, what's the holy grail that you'd love to pick up for your collection? This is the thing that he said. This is the thing that he told me that he wanted. And somehow, Doorway to Darkness have managed to get hold of one in the UK, which is unheard of. It's a really good price, and because I'm in Sheffield and he's in Derby and my friend Dave has a van, I said we would pick it up and we would bring it to him. So that's what we're going to do now. It's something very special, and it's also something huge. So yeah, I don't know where he's going to put it. I don't want to sound like Mrs. RG right now, but yeah, when he told me that he were getting this thing, I have no idea where he's going to put it, but we'll see. Let's do this. Hey up, fella.
Hello, mate, you alright?
Come to spend a load of money on an arcade machine that's not for me, but to pick it up. Look at this.
Hello, mate, you alright?
So that fits into there.
Don't blow it now.
I'm not plugging it. Honestly, we looked after it for so long.
Yeah.
Come in and we only didn't know any better, and you went to put quick coin in it, and I'm just like, that's just stuck in there now, mate. There's no way I'm getting that back out.
Dave's in his element. Come on, Dave, we've got stuff to do, mate. We need to get this cabinet. We need to get to Derby, mate.
Yeah. Toys, look. Don't do toys. There's no words when people say something about art, and it.
Yeah.
I'll look back and down.
On then.
Lower it down.
You got it. There we go.
And then what we're going to have to do,
Little twist.
straight over the fence.
Straight over
Oh, straight over here,
If
yeah.
you want to grab over there,
Yeah.
I'll walk over to you.
Ready?
Yeah.
Clear back there.
Then if I were you, I'd think plan here, pal.
Yeah. Yeah.
There. Here, so you can strap it. So you can strap it that way.
Yeah.
It's not going to move anyway. You're on carpet. It's going to be.
Yeah.
I think I feel up, mate.
Size-wise, it might not stand up.
Yeah.
Might have to lay it on its side.
Just lay it on its back, but obviously you can't.
I wouldn't advise it.
Mm. Is it sliding across all right?
Yeah. Try not to run over no cables.
I'm going to wrap it in underlay, keep it nice and secure, strap it in, strap it up. We've always got a strap up, Dave. So we've got the cable strapped in. We've had to take the front off to get it in the van, but it does just clip off. That's in there nice and secure. And if not, I've barely touched it, so it's not to do with me. So basically, it was too tall to get in the van as it was, but you don't want to lay these down on their back, so we ended up taking the front off, which is now wrapped up in underlay, because Dave's a florer, as you know. We've got it in here, nice and tight, and that's us now, setting off to the 3.0. Right, Dave, do the honours.
Thank you.
Come on, we've got stuff to do. So we've just set off, and apparently one of the most treacherous parts of this journey is right outside Doorway to Darkness. There's a very steep little dip. So yeah, if anything were going to happen, right out the gate it would be here.
I think that moved.
I didn't feel no movement.
Yeah, I did. Unless it was the brakes. I'm just going to double check.
You have a quick check. He's going to have a quick check. I didn't hear no movement, but yeah. Oof!
It's going to be squeaky.
As long as it's not bust within 30 seconds of leaving the shop.
Yeah. This ain't going to be a pleasant drive, I'll tell you that.
It's a cool little thing to be doing this. I was just saying that, like, if we were taking a bed or a sofa or something boring, I'd still do it for Callum, but the fact that we're taking like an old, very rare vintage Sega arcade cabinet, it feels like something that it's our duty to do, and it's our duty to look after and make sure that it gets there safe. It's like a little mission directly from the toy/game gods, and I'm going to make sure that we accomplish it properly.
Some duct tape. Duct tape. You sure?
Yeah, it's a duct tape bit.
Yeah.
It's in, lad.
All right, mate.
Here we are, made it.
Legend that is
What
Dave.
we're going to do, we're going to tip it back, at which point I can wheel it on these just to get it to the end.
Because there's wheels on the bottom, isn't there?
Wheels on one side, so it does tip back. You just got to be careful how you lift it, because it's obviously somewhere it's delicate. You don't want to be holding all its weight by this or something. So I'm going to wheel it back ever so slightly.
Yeah, so we'll grab it from the bottom and we get it.
Yeah, so if you can just steady it, Dave, while I get it back here, 'cause I'm on my knees.
Yeah.
I'm on my knees, baby. And then we can, so we don't crush my head.
Just let me know if you need me. I'm not doing much here, I'm just filming.
You know what I've been doing on the end.
Oh, have you got that?
Yeah,
You got the weight of it?
Yeah, but I'm only going to get it just to end.
Right.
So it's there for now.
I'll stop filming now, let me get it on.
Stop filming.
Cool. Okay, welcome to the glamorous location that is my conservatory. If you hear Mrs. RG in the background or what sounds like a feral 2-year-old, then yeah, you know why. But it's here. First things first, I want to give a huge shout out to Theo and Dave that helped me get this here. Could not have done it without those guys. So yeah, massive thank you. There is a big problem. We're going to get to that in a moment. But for now, I just want to show you guys what I've got. First things first, don't be too alarmed. It's a lot better than it looks right now. I've taken the fascia off. So that's what this part is here. This just clips on and off. So that's fine. In terms of things we're missing, there's a few bits I need to get. So I need a bulb, which is proving harder than I thought. I had a quick look to try and get a bulb. Let's say sort of like fluorescent tubes aren't as readily available as they used to be, and I'm trying to get the right wattage. But that's fine. The only other thing that I need to get is the back panel. Now the guy at Doorway to Darkness has got this. He just didn't have it at the time, so that's getting sent out to me. So once that is sat on here, that back panel will sit there, and that'll be imperative because that will obviously cover what would be a lot of light bleed once this marquee is all lit up. So this simply sits on there. But in terms of anything else that I need some new locks. So we don't have the key. Now this is a very specific key. I'll pop it on screen now. I can't find one of these online anywhere for sale. Everywhere I look at says sold out. So that's a challenge I'm gonna have to overcome. This one I'm not too worried about. This is just a security key for the cash. So what would happen back in the day, you'd pop your 100 yen. That would go into here. This clicks, that lets the machine know that there's coins in it. And then the coins ultimately sit in here. And as you can see, there's 39,528, I think that says, coins that have gone through here. So someone made a lot of money on this machine back in the day. But yeah, I'll just take this off so that won't lock, because as I say, we don't have to worry about a coin door. So that one's fine. And this one, which I do have, it's sat there, or this same key. So that's something I'm gonna have to figure out. I don't, as of yet, have a step down converter. So that's the first thing I've got to order. You can't just plug these machines in because they're set up for Japanese voltage. It'll pretty much ruin it if I do that. So I've got I've got a step down converter on the way, and courtesy of the games man, if you saw Wednesday's video, this Wednesday Cummins video, you guys haven't seen it yet, that will all make sense soon. The games man, do not miss Wednesday's video, whatever you do. He's got me like a little board that's got like loads of ROMs on it. So once we get the step down converter, we can at least get this turned on, testing, and play it and make sure everything's working as it should be. But ultimately I would like to get some boards, and they normally sit on a piece of wood, which tends to sit here. But this is all very much me learning on the job, that's for sure. And I have got a lot to learn. But yeah, lock barrels, this is the big thing that I need. I think I'm in the process of securing a deal on this. So this currently has a 3-button, 1-player panel, as you can see. But what I want is a 2-player, 12-button, so 6 buttons per player. So I think I'm in the process of getting that. That's going to be by far the most expensive component that I need. I think they're pretty easy to switch out. Just undo these screws, put the relevant plugs in, etc, etc. So for the most part, it just needs a good clean. I'd like to replace this. So this is where like instructions sit. This Hyper game, from what I can see online, is like a base building strategy style game. I don't know, it means nothing to me. So that'll all be coming out. And I just want to replace that with the sort of standard Astro City graphics. I love this. I love the neon greens. I love the pinks that we get with the 2-player one. Everything else is okay. This decal here is absolutely fine. This one's got a small scratch up here. And the guy at Doorway to Darkness said that what's so annoying about that is that he did that himself. He did that when they were moving it, which is a shame. So we might replace that down the line.
It depends on which way I end up having the arcade cabinet sit in my room. If that's sort of like prominent, then yeah, I'll take this decal off and replace that, because ultimately I want this looking as good as it can. But all those things aside that we've mentioned, there's not too much wrong. Everything's pretty much here and everything's in pretty good condition. The cabinet itself is all fine. This is all just years of dirt and dust build up. I'm more than happy to get this cleaned up. And yeah, so everything, we've got the speakers and everything, but that does take me to the big problem. And that problem is the size. So this is the door to my room, and I've measured it, and the reason why it's currently sat in the conservatory and not in the 3.0 is it's literally ½ an inch too wide to get it in. Cue the jokes. And annoyingly, my door frame has got this like little lip on it here. That, like, that's what's kind of stopping it. Obviously, this is like an external door. So I don't know what the solution is. Luckily, I've pulled in another favour. My friend Kirk is coming round. At some point, we're going to be seeing Kirk. Now, he's going to help me. I've been watching loads of videos online. There's an Australian chap, and his videos have been, honestly, I can't tell you how much of a help they've been. I'll tag him and link his videos below. I think they're from like 8-9 years ago. Great guy. He's got like loads of arcade machines, very knowledgeable. And he did a little series on his channel of taking apart an Astro City. So I have watched their videos about 3 times each, so I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Because guys, I've not got a clue when it comes to this stuff. One of the benefits of me getting one of these is that excitement of learning something new. That desire to learn a whole new thing, a whole new skill set. You know, besides blowing a cartridge and putting it in a machine and turning it on and off until it comes on, I have no knowledge of this stuff. I have no knowledge of electrics, which is what scares me. Because, to get back to my original point, with Kirk coming round, I think what I'm gonna have to do is take the CRT out to avoid damaging that and make the machine obviously a lot lighter. And I think maybe then we'll be able to pivot it. If I sort of remove all this stuff, so I'm gonna have to take this unit out, move the Kallax with all the stuff, create enough space by my doorway that I've got a good opening, we might be able to pivot the machine in. But like I said, I definitely don't want to be doing that with a big CRT TV in there. They're like, I think they're 29-inch screens, they're very heavy and very difficult to source and replace. I do not want to damage that. I've seen it working when I went to Doorway to Darkness. So the last thing I want to do is risk damaging that. But right now, I just want to get this machine in my room, turned on, working. So to go back again to my original point, forgive me guys, my head's all over the place. So if I'm jumping about, trust me, my head's doing it more. My point being, with the TV, I'm a bit wary because I know these old school CRT TVs can hold thousands upon thousands of volts inside them, right? So I'm a bit nervous about touching the wrong thing when it comes to taking the TV out. So hopefully Kirk knows what he's doing more than I do. It'll make for a good vlog, right? If I fly across the room, if I electrocute myself. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan currently. I've got a few things on order. The step down converter's on its way. The control panel should be on its way any day. I've got the ROM from the Games Man, which is this here. So in an ideal world, if, and it's a big if, everything goes well, by the end of this vlog, we'll have the arcade cab in this room, cleaned, turned on, working. Fingers crossed, wish me luck. But I'm happy, I'm delighted I've got one. And yeah, it's just gonna be a steep learning curve. And that is ultimately why this chair's in here and why I'm keeping this space. Because I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna keep this chair in here. I'm thinking probably not. I've enjoyed the chair. It's great for many things. I've been having great time gaming on it, but I do miss what the 2-seater gave me, which is why that's still there. But I want to just get the arcade cabinet in, take a look before I commit to things and getting more things out. There's enough going on as it is, guys. So I think at this point, I'm probably rambling. But yeah, I'll catch up with you hopefully once Kirk's here. And hopefully we can get the cabinet in this room. Right, I'm delighted to say Kirk's here to give me a hand. Hello, Kirk.
Hello, hello.
been a while. We've not seen you. You've been travelling Europe.
That's right, yeah.
And you got back this morning or last night?
This morning, yeah, first thing this morning, so...
And you're straight into this.
Well, I couldn't resist.
What a guy.
It's a cracking piece of kit.
I'm a little bit offended by the only thing you've brought with you is a tape measure, and all you've done so far is measure what I already told you I've measured.
I had to believe what you...
I'll be honest with you, Kurt, you're probably right to have no faith in me when it comes to this kind of stuff. But I was right, it's not going to fit, is it?
It's definitely not going to fit as it is.
There's a plan. Take the screen off. You're worried I'm going to kill myself, aren't you?
Yeah, I am really worried. Really, really worried about that.
If something happens to me, you can take the channel. You can be the new retro ghetto.
I'll take the games room.
You just had a look in the games room. What do you think?
Really good.
It's a bit of a mess, let's be honest.
It is a mess. It is a mess by all standards.
Yeah. My life's all over the place right now.
But I'm so distracted by this at the minute. I haven't had a chance to
That's fine.
appreciate the games room and
It's a big cobweb, yeah. Right, yeah, so we'll figure it out.
We will. We will figure it out.
I'll get the kettle on again.
It's definitely
That'll
let's
help.
get this in. Well, we think we've got a plan. It doesn't involve taking the whole cabinet apart, just
So which basically...
the original plan which Callum did put forward, which is to remove the TV as a whole unit and not electrocute ourselves.
So what we've decided is that my plan was right.
Yeah.
My measurements were right. And we're going to go with that.
Everything so far has been right, yeah.
So basically, the reason for the apprehension is, and again, I'm going to butcher all this because I don't really know what I'm talking about. But there's a connector on the back of the CRT itself, like a black rubber circular piece. And again, from the YouTube video I've watched, it's very dangerous to disconnect that. This guy showed all these different ways of doing it without killing yourself, but I was never confident. But we're thinking and hopeful
This is already loose.
that if we just remove this frame, we're not going to have to touch that. There's a couple of things to disconnect, and then we should be able to take the TV out. Now, these are designed to be modular, right? Because, as I say, in Japanese arcades, you'd put a different board in it, you'd put a different instruction panel here, and then all you would do is flip it round. Because if you wanted a horizontal shooter, for example, as opposed to a vertical one, this is a square, this metal axis. You'd flip the whole thing round, drill it back in place, and then bang, you've got tape mode, especially once you've readjusted this. So this whole fascia here, this black piece, that spins around as well. And that's how easy it is to go from horizontal to vertical. So theoretically, it shouldn't be difficult to take it out because they're kind of designed to be modular. So all being well, next time you see me, the TV will be out or I'll be lying on the floor. So
I'll still film it though.
yeah, but Kirk will film it. So
I'll make sure that video gets uploaded.
yeah, use that as the thumbnail.
That'll be the last video.
It'll be like Blanca.
The last video on the channel.
Right, the good news is the TV is out and we're still alive. I'm so happy. Now, the way we did it is obviously taking the whole frame off, so we didn't have to touch that. So that's that rubber seal I was talking about. That's the sort of danger area. That's where there's potentially electrocution happening. But we're not had to touch any of that. We've just been touching the frame itself. So yeah, we've done the first part of the job successfully. I was just saying to Kirk that I'd like to clean this really, but I don't really want to touch it. I'm going to do my best. I'll get rid of cobwebs and that kind of thing, but I really don't want to be poking around in here. I'm just going to leave it well alone and just sort of concentrate on cleaning the bits that I can see, to be honest. I'll probably stick a hoover in to get the cobwebs and whatnot. But yeah, so with that removed, we now have pretty much the empty shell. So this will make it a lot easier now to clean all these debris and bits and bobs that have probably been in here for 30 years. But yeah, that's the first phase done. Now is the actual fun bit of trying to get it in the 3.0. What do you reckon, Kurt?
We've done the hard bit, haven't we?
I don't know. I don't think we have.
I think that TV was the...
I think that was the dangerous bit.
Yeah.
I think we've still got the hard bit.
As long as you're not, you know, keen on having like all the white with no marks on and dents and stuff.
Don't come out here laughing at us. We haven't even started yet.
You ain't getting that in there.
What do you know about it?
Look at it.
We've got to try them, haven't we?
Gotta try. Oh, ye of little faith. Don't give me that look.
So,
Right, my idea that works. So what's your idea?
let's have a go at...
Right, based on the fact we're back in my conservatory, I'll let you be the judge of how that went. I don't think we're going to get it in as a whole unit, so I think the plan is to put it into 2 pieces.
We're going to try and split it.
Yeah, I think it shouldn't be too difficult to separate this unit. There's a few screws, a few wires, we have to take a few photos so we know what we're doing to put it back together. But I think we separate this whole unit and take it in 2 pieces, put it back together, wham bam, jobs are good. And what do you reckon, Kurt?
Yes, easy mate. Easy as that.
Right, the intention was never to take the whole thing apart, but
We have managed it.
we've taken the whole thing apart. I think it's the only way we were going to get it in my room. So we've taken a lot of photos, we've disconnected an uncomfortable amount of wires for my liking, because I'm no electrician, but we're just going to have to rework, look back through the photos. But ultimately, it's in 2 pieces, which is what we needed. We can now walk it into the room with no problem, and then reassemble it in the 3.0, and yeah, we're getting there, right? I feel like we're getting towards the finish line. We've just got to get it in, get it rebuilt, and then yeah, hopefully by the end of the evening, I've got a working Astro City cabinet in my room. Right, let's crack on, Kurt.
Let's do it.
Oh, my back. Right, good news. The arcade cab's in the room. Beginning the process of putting it back together. Just consulting photos and stuff to make sure the wires are going back exactly as they were. Feels like a weight off my mind just seeing it in here. There's still a lot of work to do. But yeah, just delighted that it's in here. Obviously I'll be even happier once it's all put back together. But shout out to Kurt, could not have done it without you, mate.
Cheers. If you ever sell it,
Don't call you.
Don't ring me.
That's the thing, I'm never selling it. We're saying hopefully next time I see you guys, we've got a built cabinet. Also, great timing. Amazon have been. So I've got something that I need to get this working. So all being well, in the perfect world, I'll be sat playing this evening.
Right, the machine is almost put together. Excuse this weird camera angle. Kirk's just doing the last finishing bits. And then we're going to get some things involved and hopefully, fingers crossed, turn it on, get it working. But it couldn't have been better timing. Amazon has been, I mean, I did plan it that this would arrive today. But yeah, genuinely couldn't have timed it any better. So this is imperative. What's in here? I've just shown you my address. This is imperative to be able to use it. So this is, it says, a step down converter. So these obviously are wired up for Japanese plugs, very different voltage. It's like 240 volts as opposed to 110. Again, there'll be electricians in there screaming at me. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I do know that this is imperative. We need this. So in here is a Japanese plug. I'm going to plug that into here, and then we'll have an English plug socket, which is already wired into the system. That's going to come out and then power it. It's probably a slightly crude way of doing it. I'm sure there's probably a better way if you know what you're doing. I'm sure there's like a modification where you can bypass this and do something more internally with the electrics. I don't know. If I need to do it down the line, I'll do it. But for now, this is going to be worth its weight in gold. So we're going to add this, finish the last few screws, clean it up, and then power it on and just pray. Just hope for the best. Right, 6 hours or just over 6 hours since myself and Kirk started. The machine is in my room. It's built. Kirk's gone. Can't thank you enough, my friend. Honestly, I could not have done this without you. But the night is still young for me, because what I want to do now is get this machine cleaned top to bottom. I've ordered some isopropyl alcohol that's arrived. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use good old Mr. Sheen. I'm going to use everything I can to clean every single inch of this machine. I want it looking at its best. And then, all being well, we'll get it on, get some games played, and I'll do a nice unveil for you guys. So yeah, I'm going to make a coffee and I'm going to crack on. Good morning, and if it looks like I've barely slept, well, that's because I've barely slept. So yesterday was just shy of 10 hours combined in terms of breaking this down, getting it into the room, and then subsequently the night I spent cleaning every single inch of this thing. But I've got to say, just as the music kicks in, well worth it, right? She's a beauty. It's crazy how much difference just a few hours of elbow grease can put in. The sound definitely works. Let me just try and turn that down a second, hold on. Okay, that should be a bit quieter now. At least we know the speakers are working well. And the first thing I've got to say is, it's very difficult because CRTs and cameras just don't go well at all. They just don't mix well. But I've got to say, for somebody who's had 2 Sony Trinitrons, I've played on PVMs, I've not only had but currently own 2 Bang & Olufsens, an MX4000, a DVD Avant. I'm accustomed to high-end CRTs, but this, different level. I don't really know the brand or make or the spec of this CRT, because as you guys have seen, it's just a shell, but it's a different level. I've never seen a screen like this. It's absolutely phenomenal. The colors, everything. And there's so many things you can adjust, there's so many buttons you can twizzle with. But yeah, I couldn't be happier, guys. I've got a few people I need to thank, because without them, there's no way I'd be in this situation. There's no way I'd have this thing. Of course, Doorway to Darkness, Theo, Dave. Got to give a shout out to Kirk, of course. Even Marcus at Dan Lads Gaming, who I've been contacting a lot on Instagram because he's got a couple of these machines. He's been so helpful with just giving me advice and little pointers, because like I said before, I know nothing when it comes to this stuff. I'm absolutely clueless. And for me, that's part of the appeal, learning this whole new subgenre of the hobby, I guess. And I'm excited for the journey. We're only just getting started, to be honest. Whilst it looks great now, it's all cleaned up, there's still a lot to do. I've got a few bits ordered that should be here by next week's vlog. And it'll be next week's vlog where we pose the $1 million question in terms of where this thing's going, where it's going to live here in this room. But I think that is going to have to do it for this week's Ghetto vlog. It's down to the wire. If you're watching this Sunday morning, it's currently Saturday morning and I've still got a lot of work and a lot of editing to do. Yeah, this vlog's taken a lot of my time, but I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, let me know down below in the comment section. Let me know in terms of the like. And do me a favor, if you're not already subscribed, help me out, right? I'm here grinding every day. And yeah, if you enjoy the content and you're not subscribed for whatever reason, just do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. And if you want to help myself and the channel out even further, there will be a link below to join the Ghetto gang, where you can get involved with a fantastic community over on the Discord. And yeah, it just keeps me going, helps me keep me grinding all day, every day, to try and bring you guys 2 videos every single week to the best of my ability. But if you've watched to this point in the video, much appreciated. Let me know what you think of my Grail. Keep it locked for post-credit gameplay. Play your games, keep it retro. Oh, and this is the part in the video where I usually say, oh, Wednesday. Trust me, Wednesday, you've never seen anything quite like this. So keep it locked for that. Play your games, keep it retro. See you in a bit.
I need to thumbnail out vest on like that.
Shocked. Can't believe it.
What have I done?
Lock into the retro ghetto. Come and have a look around the ghetto. We got Sonic and Staples settle. Lock into the retro ghetto.
It's once again post-credit gameplay time. Now, I don't think I've ever had so many contenders for post-credit gameplay from one episode. Obviously, we've got Mafia. I'm hoping to get this finished. I really want to put some time into that this week. Thing is, I don't want to do spoilers. I know a lot of people have picked this up recently. Also, we've got, what, 1,000 games on here. You know, I spent 10 hours getting this in here and sorted out. I should really spend some time playing it. But I was so intrigued by these Mega Drive games, and in particular, Skitching. Doesn't get more 90s than that. It's one of them real like attitude games, right? Slamming! Right, so full disclosure, this is not my first go. Normally I jump straight in, but I tried that and the learning curve is a bit steeper than I thought. It's not quite the pick up and play experience I thought it would be. I just got nowhere. So yeah, this is my second attempt at it. I think I kind of know the buttons a little bit better now. Probably should have just looked at the instruction book, to be honest, but hey ho. Right, so a bit like Road Rash, like I say, you've got money, you can go through races and buy different things. This guy here reminds me of, I don't know if anyone watches Happy Console Gamer, Johnny Millennium. That looks like an old school Johnny Millennium, right? Right, let's get into it then. I never actually finished the race on my first go, by the way, full disclosure, I didn't play much. So, the basic premise is you've got a punch and the ability to grab onto cars. So that's what I was struggling with when I first tried, was the ability to grab onto a car. I just kept getting run over. You have to avoid little obstacles in the road, but as a car comes, if you time it right, yeah, you can skitch. And then you have to sort of like let go at the right time so that you get a bit of momentum. And I'll be honest with you, being in, where are we? 5th place is probably the best I've ever done. So yeah, I should have probably skitched for a bit longer looking at it. Okay. Oh.
Oh, what happened there? I jumped over him. I don't even know how I did that. I somehow managed to jump over the guy. Oh, he's pushed me off. This game's fun, but there's definitely a steeper learning curve than I thought there would be. There's more to it than sort of like Road Rash. Like Road Rash, you could pick it up and never played it before and you'd be alright, yeah? You just race and hit people. Whereas this, there's a little bit more to it. Like I say, you've got to get your timing down with the actual skitching. And clearly there's a jump, and apparently you can get weapons and stuff. I don't know how you pick them up. Again, I really probably should have consulted the manual, right? Stay away from that oil. Right, should be a car coming, looking at the rear view mirror. Right, we're on. This is the other thing. I don't know how long you're supposed to stay on for. There's no indication. There's no like speed bar as to like when the optimal time to let go is. But yeah, you kind of figure that out by the boost you get. As you can see, I've been given a nice boost. See if we can hit someone. Oh, I'm not very good at punching. I mean, the music's a bit repetitive as well. It's on theme, but it just seems to be the same little loop going round and round. But I understand why people really enjoy this game. I understand why people have got a soft spot for it. I can imagine back in the day, this was like revolutionary. I'd have loved this. Me and my brother absolutely adored Road Rash. Just to fight more than anything. Oh, look at that. Oh, I didn't know you got a score and you had to land it. This is what I'm saying, guys. There's a lot to learn, but it's really fun. But yeah, me and my brother loved Road Rash, but it was more to fight. There used to be a guy called Duff, from memory. Oh, I landed it. Look at that score. Yeah, there used to be a guy called Duff, and for some reason we made him our arch enemy, and we used to always say we'd duff him up. So we used to duff up Duff every time. We used to concentrate on knocking Duff off his bike more than we did actually winning the race. But yeah, good times, man. Good times. Right, let's see if we can get a bit of momentum here. What happened there? I didn't do anything different than what I've always done with skitching. I'm just terrible at this, aren't I? Oh, as if to confirm the point. Oh. Yeah, this ain't going well, guys. Oh, you'd think I'd have learned. Oh, and he's hit the lamppost. Double whammy. Right, grab on. Oh! Where's all the traffic come from? I guess it's because I'm going so slow, right? It obviously makes the cars seem like they're going quicker. What? What's happened? Am I dead? Wow. I sure hope for this dude's sake he has enough money to cover those damages. Oh my god, I'm that bad at this. The game's kicked me out. $10 for a hospital in America. That's probably a good price, to be fair. Funnily enough, I've not made the rankings. Whilst I'm clearly terrible at this game, we're going to leave it there. This has been a long vlog, and like I've already said, I've got a lot of work to do. I've got a lot of editing to do. But yeah, I hope you guys will appreciate this one. If you have watched to this point in this vlog, thank you very much. Let me know in the comment section below by saying Ghetto Blade. We're rollerblading. Dave Blades give us a hand this week. Ghetto Blade seems like the perfect comment below. Ghetto Blade, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. See you on Wednesday. Don't miss it.